Baby. Well, it looks like Evelyn is back and she trying to change up her act. But we see you, girl. We see you, honey. Let's get into Basketball Wives. So the show opens with Shaunie speaking on 2019 and how much of a mess 2019 was for them. They begin to do flashbacks of the reunion from 2019, which caused such an uproar, okay, that season. So they did flashbacks of that, and we also got a shot of OG saying that she would be open to having a conversation with the ladies. And then we see Evelyn talk about how she was so looking forward to 2020 because 2019 was a mess. But then, unfortunately, you know, the pandemic hit, as well as a lot of different things that took place as far as, you know, BLM, Kobe, and a lot of things. So it was just a whole lot going on. We could see Shaunie sitting with her kids. We learned that her daughter is actually going to be going to LSU. I believe their father went to LSU. I think Shaquille went to LSU and played ball, I believe. So one of her sons as well as her daughter are going to move forward in going to school together, and she's really happy about that. She feels relieved because they have each other down there. When she can't be there, they can look after each other, and I think that's a really good thing, you know what I'm saying, versus sending like your only child off to college. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, you know. So kudos to them for being able to go down to LSU and follow in their father's footsteps and play basketball, and we'll just see how it goes for them, honey. Now, Malaysia at the house with her kids, honey. Well, really, I don't think she was at home, but she was FaceTiming them. Don't nobody care. Then you got Jackie over there playing ball with, you know, Dougie, her son, who is like grown as hell. And I'm like, when this boy grew the hell up, okay? He was just like this big, okay? But anywho, all of that, it was cute. Moving on, we finna go ahead and get into Miss Evelyn and Fofo. So, Evelyn at the house, she over there cooking up some stuff, and next thing you know, Miss Fofo Ho decided she finna pull up, okay? And I'm over here like, girl, when did y'all even get cool like that? When did that happen? What's going on over here, honey? So we see Evelyn trying to clean up her act, as I said, okay, talking about how she got baptized and how she's focusing more so on like a lot of different charities and all this stuff. I'm just like, Evelyn, girl, go sit your ass in a corner with this bullshit that you out here spilling. So she at the house cooking, right? Trying to get her a little something to eat. And then she over there trying to cut her avocado. Fofo Ho like, oh girl, that look good. She was like, okay girl. She was like, well, since it looks so good, why don't you just help me go ahead and cook this? And she was like, oh girl, you want me to do what? Girl, I want you to go ahead and cut this avocado, girl. Here you go. Okay, she was like, oh girl, I don't really know how to do this, honey. Yeah, girl, I don't know how to cook, girl. I don't know how to do none of this shit, okay? I can't do a lot of shit, and cooking is definitely one of them. So I'm sorry, girl. Not only does Fubu not know how to cook, honey, she also realized that she don't know how to rap either. So she decided to go ahead and just take a step back because it wasn't going to work for her over in that department, honey. So she was like, oh, I got to just focus on myself. Yeah, you do that. Okay? Get out of the booth and get into the kitchen. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure you're going to learn how to cook faster than you can learn how to rap. You're going to get over there in that kitchen. Thank you. Whip it real good over there in that kitchen. Thank you, honey. So we also learned that Furby is actually, you know, dating somebody. And this is somebody from her past, somebody named Damien that's coming back into her life. He hit her up and he was just like, listen, you know, I've been around the town and I can't find my baby because ain't nobody else making me feel how you've made me feel. And what I want for my life right now is marriage. Would you say that that's something that you would want? Is that what you're trying to do too? Or whatever. So it sounded good. So she was open to going along with it. But she is a bit hesitant because I think she said they dated 9 years ago and he cheated on her. And she's still learning things that he's done up to today. So it's a bit sketchy for her. She's like, I don't really know, like, if I should move forward. Like, I mean, this sounds good. Somebody actually wants me. So I want to, you know, I want that kind of life, but I don't know how much I could trust him because I don't know if the person he used to be is still there today, even though he's appearing to be like a different person. So Evelyn feels as though Flunky is a person that's running away from her situations. So she wanted to give her some advice, but then Flunky was like, well, girl, can we change the subject? Evelyn like, but girl, this that you brought up, I'm just trying to help you out. So you don't want to talk about this no more. Okay, so you cool with where you at mentally. Okay, which is unstable. Okay then, girl, well, if you find it, honey, okay, you can't cook and you stressing, girl, let's just move on. You right. You right, honey. Evelyn is preparing to move. She's trying to go ahead and sell this house and get out of Dodge and go somewhere else where she feels a bit safer and more secure after the issue that took place with she and OG back in 2019. She said she got all kind of death threats that people gonna harm her and her kids and things like that, and she feels the need to get out of Dodge. Now, I don't blame Evelyn for that. Like, if you get threats and all this other stuff, then I get it, girl. Go ahead, take that stuff serious, don't take it lightly, and get the hell out of Dodge. Now, Evelyn goes on to talk about the incident more with OG. She specifically highlighted a story that she posted on IG. I don't even remember what the story said. I don't care. What I will point out is the fact that Evelyn used a monkey emoji. She sits in the confessional and she lies. And Evelyn, girl, you already know people gonna be on your ass like they on Martell Holt's ass, okay? Because you're not standing in your shit and accepting the accountability for what it was, but you could bring a lawsuit up against somebody else. Oh, okay then, girl, but let's talk about it. So Evelyn says that, well, I put this story up. And when I put this story up, I typed in emoji laughing. So when you type it in, it's one of the first ones that come up. I'm glad you said one of, bitch. I'm glad you said one of. So that lets me know that you had choices. So with the choices, you still chose to make that choice, which happens to be a very, 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 very poor choice. And you got called out for it. And it only made sense where she said that post had nothing to do with OG. Had nothing to do with her. Especially not the emoji. Well, here's the thing. You guys were actually going at each other on social media via your stories. So we knew who y'all was talking to. It was the height of the season. It was a lot going on. You guys were indirectly talking to each other on your social platforms. And then you turned around and you used the monkey. But see, here's the thing. You thought that social media wasn't going to get on your ass about it. That's what I think you thought. I think you thought OG was going, you put that up there to hurt her feelings and OG was going to talk her crap. But you wasn't expecting everybody else to be on your ass like they was, okay? And the plan and the emoji backfired on your ass. Okay, so that's what that is. And I just think that's comical that you would sit up there and try to change the narrative in your confessional, but then turn around and try and file a suit due to defamation based on your actions, based on shit that you've done. But you've done these things, but somebody else called you out for your works, and then now you want to try and sue them. To me, that sounds dumb as hell. That's like, to me, if somebody done some racist to me and I turned around and I called them a racist and I blasted them and let it be known for who they are and what they are, and you turn around and you want to sue me just because I called you out for your works, are you serious? All these people, all this shit happened in front of all these people and you trying to sue me? And I'm not the only person saying it. A lot of people are saying it, but you're trying to sue me for defamation of character. They only can speak on the behavior that you exhibit. But okay then, girl. Evelyn also says that OG took offense to what was being said to her. Yeah, she should have taken offense to it, okay? That being called a monkey, a lot of times when that happens, primarily they're talking about people of color, primarily black people, not just people of color, because they like to broaden that range of what people of color are, but they talk about black folks, okay? So you know what you were doing purposely, and then want to say that she took offense, she shouldn't have taken offense to it or whatever. Like, are you nuts? Are you nuts? And then you went around and said that you were Afro-Latina, but if you had any black in you, you would have been highly aware that what you did was wrong. That's just like Danny Lay, who says that she has a percentage of black in her, but you over here talking about a yellow bone. If you was really black, then you would know how that affects other people. But okay then, girl, we back on this conversation yet again a whole year later. But let's keep going. That's when we learned that Evelyn sent a lot of the death threats and everything that she was getting, she sent it over to her attorney. And she said that she had to file a lawsuit. Girl, that was comical to me, honey. A defamation suit against Miss OG. It's like, girl, bye. OG, I hope you got you a good attorney. This really should fall flat, and I wouldn't settle with her as for anything. This is behavior that you've exhibited over the years. So what are you talking about, Miss E? And you want to talk about some damn defamation of character? Girl, this is what happened on the show. This came out your mouth, ma'am. Evelyn goes on to say, OG is not going to ruin my livelihood just because she wants attention. Well, if that's the case, then I feel like Jen should have sued the hell out your ass on more than one occasion. The way that you came at her and you attacked her, she should have sued you for assault. You know what I'm saying? And likely defamation of character, because we don't really know if Jennifer was lying or not. Okay. So she could, or liable or something, she could have also found a suit against you, and she did it because you wanted attention. All that extra stuff you was doing, jumping over tables and all this stuff, and trying to fight and throwing drinks and doing this and that, and all this bully behavior. Okay, so she could have sued you, but she didn't. But now you mad. Now you mad because America was on your ass. That's what that really is. And you trying to penalize OG for what it is America witnessed. But good luck. I also just find it funny. I find it funny that you could dish it, but you can't take it. Again, good luck. We learned also this episode that Shaunie is actually moving to Houston. So with one of her sons living in Atlanta with a shack, you have the other two that are going down to LSU. And then I believe one more maybe staying in Los Angeles, I think. Because I think Shaunie has like 5 children. And so far that's 3. I feel like one of them is going to stay in LA. So I guess she has the baby one, I guess, coming with her. Down to Houston. For whatever reason, Shaunie is going to be getting out of Dodge and moving down to Houston, and she hasn't told any of the ladies, so she's gonna have to let them know. Evelyn is aware, but no one else is. Jackie and OG link up to CASHAPP, okay? And what we learned is that OG is working on a new home. She's getting a new home built for her and her man. So then Jackie's like, well, girl, is you gonna have a housewarming? And she was like, oh, girl, a housewarming? I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that at all. She was like, why? She was like, girl, because you already know what's going on over here with Miss Thang, honey, and I just don't trust the other ladies, you know. I already have one person that got enough of my contact information, my number, my address, and when we move, I don't know if I want y'all to have that much access to me, okay? So, yeah, it's a bit shaky for me. So, of course, Jackie wants to know more about what's going on with the suit, the defamation suit, and OG tells her, girl, yeah, I'm in a defamation suit, but I didn't defame her. She defamed herself. I agree. She did. You did that to yourself. You did these antics. People called them out for what they are, and you decided that you wanted to penalize OG for it. OG says, girl, she called me a monkey, okay? And she called me ugly. Instead of calling me by my name, OG, she's like ugly. That's how she refers to me. So, girl, she brought all that SHI on herself. And I'm like the darkest woman on this show, okay? And everybody blatantly saw that I was mistreated, okay? And I ain't sue y'all for colorist and racism and all that stuff. But she over here trying to sue me for defamation of character when these were her actions. And this is what she did. Honey, bye. Here go, Jackie. Well, girl, this is a sisterhood. And I just want to fix the issue. Can we do that? Can we fix the issue? OG said, honey, there is a legal proceeding, sis. No, ma'am. Jackie says, well, it never came off as racism to me. You know, first of all, ma'am, Jackie, ma'am, I don't expect it to come off to any goddamn thing to you because it did not happen to you. So you could shut the fuck up. Okay? Talk about it didn't come off as racism. So I didn't get that. You know, it didn't come off, you know, like, girl, save it. In my opinion, y'all let me know y'all thoughts, but I just felt like Jackie, she didn't need your opinion in that moment. It didn't come off as that to me. You know, I know, could it have been, you know, do you really feel like, you know, it was some colorism and racism that was really going on? Or do you feel like the people made it that way? And so you went with that. Which one was it? She was like, no, bitch, that's what it was. Did you not just hear me say this bitch called me a monkey, called me ugly? It was a hostile environment, this, that, and the other. I was the only dark-skinned castmate that was treated differently. Like, are you, where you be at? Where you be at, ma'am? Where you be at? Where you be at? Where do you be at? Okay, because it's not lining up for me. And Jackie, girl, I like Jackie. Y'all know I love me some Jackie Christie. I've had like love-hate with her, but I really do love Jackie. But Jackie, let's not act like it didn't come off as racism to you. You should really just sit there, eat your food, and be quiet, because your own daughter came out and said something about you, unfortunately, as it pertains to her being a darker tone, you know, young lady out of, you know, your children. So it's like, girl, just be quiet and eat your food. For you get ate up in these streets too, honey. Just hush. So I feel like she didn't have to offer that opinion, but I would love to hear you guys' thoughts below. But in addition to that, she wants to see if she would be willing to have a sit down and talk with Shaunie. This is what Jackie is asking OG. And OG said, yeah, I have no issues with that. Like, yeah, I'd like to sit down and assess, you know, Shaunie's thoughts and, you know, see where we can go from there. I'm not even gonna talk about Frosted Flakes, Malaysia, and Evelyn, okay? Because they wasn't even doing it. They took this girl to go and have a cooking lesson. She started talking about her past dude. She didn't really talk about that then, and we gonna move past that. Jackie links up with Shaunie. Shaunie lets her know, like, girl, I'm moving to Houston. She was worried that Jackie was not gonna be happy. Jackie was actually ecstatic for her and wants to set up some type of ponderosa or whatever for Miss Shaunie. And she also asked Shaunie about OG. She talks to her about the situation with OG. Shaunie plays it real safe, as she should have played it. She said, I cannot tell her what she experienced. If that was her experience, I can't speak on that at all. You know, but as far as having a conversation, I'm down to having a conversation as long as, you know, it's a grown woman conversation and it doesn't get out of control. And it's like, Shaunie, you don't have to worry about it getting out of control as long as you don't be full of shit when y'all sit down, okay? So y'all both will have to hear each other out, actually actively listen to each other, not listen to respond, hear what the other person is saying, and go from there. Y'all both will have to sit down with, like, good intentions, okay? But don't bullshit her, because you know when you sit there and you try to, just because somebody's your friend, you try to not acknowledge their foolishness as you've done throughout the seasons, it's gonna frustrate another person. Okay, so that's what I would say to Shaunie. Like, Shaunie, just sit down, have an open ear. Don't be trying to defend the actions of somebody else, especially if you're not going to speak to someone else's experience. But y'all let me know. Those are my thoughts. So we also meet Liz Morales. Liz Morales is the mother of the children to Lamar Odom. Okay, I believe she has 2 or 3 children by him. She talked about how everything is going well. They're actually looking to relocate to LA, and that life has been good. However, her children have had hard times where a lot of the things that has gone on with their dad has really bothered them and has fallen down on them. And she understands that he's been through a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, she's like, I've been through a lot of stuff. And I'm like, I feel you on that all day, girl. Like, I know he got a lot of going on, a mental issue, this, that, and the other. Like, you have the money, I'm sure he did, to go and work on those issues and seek therapy and stuff, because at some point you gotta want a bit more. Okay, this lady out here dealing with your SHI, and then she got your 2 kids or 3 kids, and she out here as a single mama or whatever. So it's like, yeah, we all got our shit. Okay, but how long you gonna sit in this? So I felt Miss Liz on that. Like, I hear you, sir, but honey, miss me with the excuses. What else is going on? So Shaunie says that she's going to introduce Liz to a lot of her friends because she is actually about to leave Houston, as you know, Liz is arriving to LA. So it also makes me wonder, when the next season rolls around, will Shaunie continue to be a part of the season? Probably so, but probably not much of an active, you know, a person in the show. I don't know, but it makes me wonder if she's like on her way out a bit and she's gonna like set up her show around Liz Morales and all these other ladies or whatever. So it just made me wonder that, because she done brought in like 3 new cast members. I think Liz and the other 2 sisters, and ain't no telling who else. So it just made me wonder about that. OG and Kwame are out there shopping. They trying to find a better bed, because you know he tall as hell, and she just want to make sure everybody's body can fit in the bed. OG is super excited about this. I never really see a difference in emotions from Kwame as far as it comes to when it comes to the future between the two. What I will say is I saw his emotions at that reunion the last season, because he was on their head about his girl, okay? So I can appreciate that for sure. But as far as elevating the relationship and, you know, building a family and all this other stuff while they out here building a house, I just don't get that energy from Kwame. But I hope that OG gets the fairy tale that she wants with the man that she wants. So we'll just have to see how that goes. While they're out there looking at these beds and things, she ends up telling him how she wants to sit down and have a conversation with Shaunie again to assess the situation, see how she's feeling about her, whatever. She just wants to have that talk, and Kwame encourages it so that they all can move forward. Here we go with the FS again with Miss Evelyn over here trying to do another charity, honey, okay? She's doing this charity after she mentioned getting baptized yet again, honey. Girl, we have enough of your history that whatever you're trying to clean up right now is really not going to work, but we're going to let you do what you can do for right now, okay? So she's over here talking about her getting baptized. She's over here about to do this charity. She invited Liz Morales and Malaysia to come out. She also tells Malaysia, like, girl, listen, you know, I actually linked up with Jackie. You know, Shaunie is leaving. Jackie wants to throw a Ponderosa for her. And we would love, she said you probably could come. So is that something you'll be open to? And Malaysia was like, girl, I don't really know. Because, you know, I don't really with Jackie like that. Like, at all, okay? I draw the line when it comes to my kids and talk about my kids. Huh? Well, I'm not with my kids right now because I had to come and work. But I still love them. Like, if I can go home and be with my kids, I would be with my kids. But that ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just talking about her speaking on my kids. I can do whatever I want to, but she can't talk about my kids at all. You know what I'm saying? So with the rumors and things that she was doing, like, that was a problem for me. And I don't know, like, I love Jackie, but I'm just disappointed because I expected more from her when she was out here talking shit about me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get that, though. I understand that she's probably going to talk shit about the fact that, you know, we in a whole pandemic and I left my kids all the way in another state to come all the way over here to film some bullshit with you hoes. But, I mean, I need the coin, girl. I need the coin, girl. I got to do what I got to do because I still got to take care of these kids. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is. But I don't know. I'll think about it, though. I may show up, but then again, I may not. Like, girl, just give me some time, okay? Just give me some time. So that's where we at with Malaysia. Fofo links up with Damien. They over there playing some ball or whatever. They sit down and she wants to know where they at. And I'm like, why you asking this man where y'all at when he already told you where y'all at? You the one that don't know what the hell you want to do. But okay. She wants them to move to LA. He said, well, that's a conversation. I mean, we could talk about it or whatever. But I mean, you know, she was like, well, I'm just trying to see what's going on because, you know, back in the day, you cheated on me. And I'm still learning stuff about what it is that you've been doing. Okay. And it's 9 years later. And I'm like, dang, I didn't even know he was getting it down like that. You know, that's what we doing. He was like, girl, don't even go there, honey, because you already know. We both was doing some shit. She was like, well, what was I doing? He was like, you was still messing with your ex. Girl, what you talking about? Okay? You was on some whole shit, too. Don't be trying to sit up here and portray down to the TV that I'm over here and I'm just this type of dude when I ain't that type of dude, girl. Don't do that. But I'll tell you this. I know I effed up in the past, but I'm trying to take on a new leaf, and I'm gonna do right by you this time. So that's where he's at. But, you know, obviously, Miss Fofo don't really know what she gonna do. Like, she's gonna try to, you know, numb your whole yo and try to get on the good foot and see whether or not she can, like, lead the past in the past. But we just gonna see how that's gonna go for her. So Malaysia links up with Evelyn. Okay, they sit down. She's talking about her kids being somewhere. Like I said, you know, they was all the way down there in Atlanta. She's up there. She really would kind of rather be with her children or whatever, but she got to get this coin so she can take care of the house and stuff. She got to do what she got to do. Next thing you know, Miss Jackie pops up because Evelyn was finna get ready to soften the blow for Malaysia to let her know that Jackie was on her way. Well, Jackie popped up sooner than what she expected. Jackie hugged on Evelyn. She got ready to sit down. When that happened, you know, neither one of them said anything to each other. And then Malaysia gets up and leave and then want to say that I am so not happy that Jackie came. Okay, and then when she came in, she had the audacity to come in with that attitude. Like, girl, you should be falling on your knees. Okay, you should be sad, mad, and crying. Okay, because I don't want to be your friend anymore. You should be upset and bothered that I don't want to be your friend. And why are you not upset and bothered that I don't want to be your friend? How dare you show up? So Malaysia decides to get up and leave. And it's like, girl, bye. Had you stayed there long enough, you probably would have been able to really see the attitude that Jackie had. Because Jackie ain't had no attitude when she came into that space, honey. Okay, that was all you. But Jackie does feel like it's unfair that Malaysia hasn't given her a chance. You know, she's not hearing her story out. And I feel Jackie on that. Like, Malaysia, I don't even think she got the full story. She just believes whatever she wants to believe. And part of her believing what she wants to believe is because she already has a certain perception of who you are to her, Jackie. So if that's the case, then I'll be questioning whether I want to rock out with her as too. Okay? If you act like you don't know me that much, that I would go out and do some shit like that, then girl, that's fine. We ain't gotta be friends, honey. You got it. You good. Bye. See you later. Get the rest of your shit. Then go ahead and go out the door, girl. Good luck. You finna go back to Atlanta to them kids? Oh, okay then. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right then, girl. Goodbye. Jackie wanted to do this party for Miss Shaunie. Well, she ends up getting a call from one of the vendors, and they was like, girl, I can't do it, honey. Okay? I'm not going to put my life in jeopardy for no Ponderosa, honey. No, man, I won't be doing it. She calls OG, talks to OG about it because she's frustrated. Shaunie gives her a call, leaves her a voice message, and tells her, girl, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I got to get down to Houston so I can go ahead and be on lockdown with my family. I'm not trying to be out here for no Ponderosa with you girls. Okay, so you just gonna have to catch me on the fly, and we're gonna have to reschedule. So then Jackie had to let OG know that, you know, the conversation that was gonna happen between she and Shaunie has to be delayed. And OG's like, that's fine, because it's just a whole lot of stuff going on. And y'all had OG waiting this damn long for a conversation with y'all. So I mean, what's another day? 2, 4, 5 months, 6, 7, 8, 9. Goddamn, y'all been having her waiting. I'm sure she probably like, that's fine. I guess I could wait a little longer. Hell, it wasn't like y'all hoes was in a rush to have a conversation with me anyway, after Shaunie ass went up there and sat down and had a conversation about racism and colorism without the person that actually experienced it. Anyway, yes ma'am, that's all that I have. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.